Hey, it's Dr. Atasha, and I am here to share another recording of a talk I did recently a few months ago in New York, where I shared with a church about mental health and mental illness. What are they? And I wanted to be able to share that with you guys. Please let me know down below what your thoughts are and if you have any questions about what I've shared. Be blessed. So we will talk about mental health, understanding what it is, and then we'll get into understanding about anxiety and trauma, specifically from the Christian perspective. Then we'll also talk about treatment for anxiety and trauma. And whenever I talk, I always talk about this three-prong approach of faith, medication, and therapy as the best way to address mental health challenges when you are experiencing them. So first off, what is mental health? Mental health, I think of it from three perspectives. So we have the well-being of an individual that's based on your thought process, your emotions, and your behaviors. And all of that's really contributed by, biology, neurology, the environment you grow up in, and the society and the social norms that are around you. And what I really want to make sure that we do is we differentiate this from spiritual health, because I think a lot of times, especially in the church, we have this misunderstanding or misperception of the way that spiritual health and mental health overlap. They are similar, they are incredibly similar, but we do ourselves a disservice if we equate them as one and the same. So next, I want to kind of explain spiritual health being the sense of purpose that you might have or your sense of self. So for instance, for me, my sense of self, part of that, it's being Christian and being a psychiatry resident physician. And then my purpose, I feel like God has called people in the church about mental illness. So that is wrapped up in my spiritual health. As I continue to walk in that, I feel this connection with God because I'm walking in my purpose. And then the other part of spiritual health is talking about connection. So connecting to God, to others, and to nature. So whether that is through reading the Bible, you're praying, you're worshiping, you're participating in ministry at church, you're going on hikes, going outside, taking that moment to smell the roses, all of that is contributing to the spiritual aspect of ourselves, while the mental health aspect is more specific to how we're doing in our thoughts, our emotions, and our actions. So obviously you can see that, the way you're doing from a thought process perspective or your emotions can impact how you feel about yourself, impact how you feel about your purpose. It can even impact how you're feeling connected with God. If your mental health is faltering and your actions are changing, you're not going to church as often, you're not feeling that need to pray, your connection with God, your connection with others, that can change and impact your spiritual health, but that might be a problem related to your mental health. So we want to make sure that we're separating these two things out, because the same way that you have a treatment for physical ailments, so whether that is diabetes or hypertension, that is separate from the way that you will treat your spiritual well-being. You're not going to say, you're going to pray for your high blood pressure to go down. You might do that, but you also probably want to take some medication to help your blood pressure to come down. So in that same way, I want us to recognize that mental health can be an entity in and of itself that can impact our spiritual health, while you can have completely intact spiritual health and have faltering mental health. Hey, popping in just for a quick commercial break to remind you to subscribe to my channel and like and comment down below if you're liking the content so far. Hope you enjoy the rest of what's to come, because there's a lot of good information in store. So what does that look like exactly? So I think it's really easy and common nowadays for people to talk about mental health, because mental health is us seeking and yearning for things that are good. We all want to feel good, have positive thoughts, have emotions of happiness, be able to do the things that we enjoy, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But we also have to make sure that we are able to recognize mental illness, because the stigma still exists there, even in the church, and I would say even maybe especially in the church, that there is stigma about the illness side of things. So mental illness is when we're talking about the changes that happen to your thought process, your emotions, and your actions. And it goes even further. So, when these changes happen, someone might experience a mental health challenge, but a mental health illness gets to the point where it's so severe that you're having distress or difficulties that are impacting your function on a day-to-day basis. And again, just like mental health is based on your biology, your neurology, environment, and society, mental illness is based on those same factors.
Hey, it's so good to see that you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please share with someone. And I think that you're gonna like this video right here because it's gonna help you to learn more about the topic you just watched. Have a good one.